Welcome to the Banter Blitz Podcast with your hosts, Jimmy, Pete, and Eric.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Banter Blitz Podcast. We are jumping right into Week 15, first week of most people's playoffs. If you're in a league that goes to Week 18, you should probably leave because they suck. But we got a lot of news to get to. A lot has happened. A lot of injuries. People have gotten let go from teams. A lot of good games this weekend, and a lot to prepare for this next weekend. If you're in, congratulations. If you're out, it sucks. I'm out of a lot too. It happens. What are you going to do? So I guess let's get rolling here. How did you guys do? How many leagues did you make the playoffs in?
3 out of 4 for me. I got 1 bye.
Ooh, it's a sexy year.
All 3 I'm in the playoffs. I only have one bye. I almost clinched it. And another one, but it was a dark night last night. So
how do you feel about T. Higgins?
Yeah, that's. I still think he's going to be a wide receiver 1 in the playoffs. I'm more nervous about Malik Neighbors and DK Metcalf at this point.
Yeah, I would be too.
Wait. Define wide receiver 1 in the playoffs.
Top 12 wide receiver finisher
In the playoffs?
In yeah.
Fantasy playoffs.
Yeah.
That's a high bar.
Very high.
Oof.
Very high.
Wide receiver 1. I think
That's
he's
a high
still
bar.
Wide receiver
Still
6,
has it.
so it's something to beat.
No, he's not, Pete.
He's literally wide recivor 6 Boswell.
He's not.
That's crazy.
Literally, I texted it to you. Do you don't believe
there
it?
was a thing. If you put Boswell's points into wide receiver, he is wide receiver 6 on the year. This is why kickers need to be kicked out of the league. Everybody who watches this, yeah, point per field goal,
like
half point for extra point, or some shit, whatever. It's bad. But yeah, we're not going to get into the kicker thing right now because we can banter on about that for quite a while. So we're going to jump into the news. I didn't really go over how many playoffs I'm in and how many I'm not, but we're just going to go.
Jimmy, how many playoffs are you in?
Yeah.
2
Out of
6. It's a bad year, man.
Bad year.
Dude, not for nothing. It was almost 3 out of 6. I had, God, who did I even play? I was up by a significant margin, but the guy I was playing had Sam Darnold, who decided to go nuclear this week.
For whatever reason, yep.
So, yeah, I lost by 3 points. I had Joe Burrow. I needed him to get me, 38. He got 33.
Yep.
It's like, come on. But, yeah.
Pete, to be fair, Boswell has 126 fantasy points right now, and at wide receiver,
In our league,
20,
standard Yahoo leagues.
Okay, I'm looking at sleeper. I was looking at sleeper.
Oh, so yeah, sleeper's different.
Yeah.
We did a great job nerfing.
We have
keepers
wide
there,
receiver 26, Puka Nacua 125.
Yeah,
He was
in
out a bunch of
Dynasty, we
games.
have him pretty nerfed down. Yeah. Well, we nerfed the crap out of kickers and defenses in Dynasty because if you look at our league's top scorers, the Cowboys are in the top 5, like all time, because they had a week they went off for like 55 points.
Yep.
They were like, yeah, we got to get rid of this. All right. So I guess let's just jump right in. We got a lot to get to. So here comes the news and all the injuries, and God, my 49ers. Let's go.
Weekly news and injury report.
All right, let me get this out of the way. I feel like I said this last week when CMC went down and Jordan Mason went down. So Isaac Guerrero goes down. Just shoot me now. He sprained his foot. He's day-to-day. Luckily, it's not that bad. I don't know that it matters, but it's like, come on. So we'll see what happens with that. If you had him and you spent your waiver on him, you might luck out. He might be back in time for it to make a difference.
Just a sprain.
This is really, really sad. Jonathan Brooks, who was a college star, tears his ACL in college late in the season. We wait all year for this kid to come. People took him high because of how good he was. Wait all year for him to come back nice and slow and be ready. Is back for 2 weeks?
Yep.
Or this is the third game. One of the come back within the month. He's come back. He retore that same ACL in the same knee. And we're late in the year again. So now you're looking at he will not be back for the beginning of the season. I'm assuming he might just have all of next season off. Like, this is pretty catastrophic for the kid. I feel really bad.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, so we'll see. I'm hoping this isn't a Javonte Williams scenario, but it kind of seems like it might be.
Chuba Hubbard, stock.
Yeah, skyrocket. So sad. Zamir White, season-ending quad injury on IR.
Bust.
Done.
Rip.
Big time bust.
Sincerely.
Dude, I love this. So Pete has bye in Dynasty. Pete has George Pickens, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, George Pickens isn't playing this week, but Pete has a bye, so it's fine.
I got a lot of depth, so I'm good. I got Jacoby
Unbelievable.
Myers. I'm good, baby.
Unbelievable. We're going to get to Kenny Walker, too, who's also going to miss this week.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. I got Charbonnet.
Oh, my God. The bullets you're dodging, I'm going to call you Neo.
I prepared for this.
Unbelievable. All right. So, yeah, Zamir White out for the year. George Pickens will be out this week with a grade 2 hammy. We'll see. Those are usually a problem, though, so he might be kind of unreliable for the rest of the playoffs, depending on kind of how he rehabs that, because hammies are a bitch. Will Disley... Yeah, I mean, they should, I would assume. They pretty much got playoffs locked down. I would rest them, which screws us, but
Yeah.
why take the chance? Will Disley out multiple weeks, shoulder injury. So Stone Smart is set. They made a point to say that Stone Smart is going to be set to make a much bigger role, so you should check out him, possibly, depending on your tight end situation. Demarcus Robinson did not practice Monday. Shoulder injury. They play Thursday against the Niners, so he's probably not going to be there. Tyler Higbee back to full, and they're still iffy on whether he's going to play this week.
He'll never play.
Probably not.
Every week we say this. He's
yeah.
getting ready. He never.
Yeah, he came off IR. Then they took his time, and now they're like practicing him full, and he's still not back.
The Rams are one of those teams where they lie a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Give
McVay.
them full reports.
Oh yeah, that's a Shanahan tree because Shanahan's really
Here it
really
goes.
good for
It all
that.
goes back to Shanahan.
It's the Shanahan tree, dude. They lie.
Listen,
It's not a good thing.
Niners had a bad year. No, Shanahan, boo. Boo Shanahan tree.
Not Shanahan. It's the injuries. Anyway, Kenny Walker week to week calf injury. So we'll see what's up with him. Charbonnet came out hot this week, so you might be okay. That's why you keep your what are we keeping? Words.
Your depth.
Your
depth.
Your
Your
depth.
depth and your handcuffs.
Handcuffs. The things that we use in the bedroom. Yeah, you keep your handcuffs, especially for Kenny Walker. Nick Bosa's day today. Yeah, me. I threw that in there for my own good. Bateman back to practice. Aiden O'Connell, who gets carted off the field in an air cast. And this whole ordeal, you think the kid's dead. Has a bone bruise on his left knee, and he might play this week.
Bone bruise.
Like, if you watch this, you're like, oh, dude, he snapped his leg. There's no way. And now he's like, yeah, no, I'm good.
It hurts.
Okay.
It's gotta hurt.
That pain tolerance. Yeah, but I've seen people snap their leg and try and walk off the field. This kid, I got a bruised knee. Oh, God. Derek Carr sprained his left hand and got a concussion on the same play. So he's going to be out at least this week. It was his non-throwing hand, his left hand. So that's probably not going to be a huge issue, but the concussion, they're definitely keeping him out a week. Kirk Cousins is to remain the starter for the rest of the year, barring any rumors that you may hear. He hasn't
Makes
thrown
sense.
a touchdown in a month.
Crazy.
That's
Neither have the
legit,
Giants.
too. So bad.
Kirk
So
Cousins,
bad.
they guaranteed him $100 million, and if you told me at the beginning of this year, Kirk Cousins will be questioned, even a little bit, if he's going to
For
be
a
a
starting
starter,
job.
I say you're crazy.
Right.
But you know Michael
Ugh.
Penix is smiling.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Yeah, because now Penix gets to sit behind, and regardless of how Kirk's playing, he knows football.
Yep.
He's been in the league for a very long time, so now Penix gets to learn from Kirk.
Yep.
Kirk's not doing fabulous, so Penix isn't like, oh, I gotta wait years behind this guy. It's like, it could be sooner than later, so just sit down and shut up and wait. So maybe the worst draft pick in history isn't the worst draft pick in history, it seems.
That was
The only thing...
Jones.
yeah, well, yeah.
They invested
Only thing
so
I got
much money,
left.
didn't play.
Dude, it wasn't even the draft pick. It was the contract
Yes,
after
contract.
Oh
Like,
my god.
People need to learn, and I'm gonna glaze your Niners here for a second. They drafted Trey Lance, and they knew that, oh man, we messed up. They took their lump. They didn't give him a big contract. It paid off. They got Brock Purdy out of it.
Yep.
Some teams need to take notes. Like that was a smart franchise move.
Yeah. Yeah, they paid up for Trey too. They paid way too much for him, and they just took it on the chin and moved on. They didn't really sit on it
They
too
didn't
long.
sit on like Daniel Jones sat there for 5+ years. So
God, so bad.
bad.
KJ released by the Patriots. So what I'm hearing is the Patriots want to pay the moon and the sun for T. Higgins. It's a matter of whether the Bengals want to let him go. And if you watch the post game with Joe Burrow, he's like, he's not leaving this team.
Mm-hmm.
So like he's ready to. I don't know if he's ready to like restructure contract so they can pay for him. I kind of doubt that, but you never know. You know, maybe
think
Joe
they'd
Burrow
lean
is
more
like
that
an
way.
actually good dude.
Yeah, I
don't
think
know.
they'd lean more that way for Higgins. I mean, he has the history with them, and
Yeah.
he
It
produces
just depends
really
on what the
well.
Patriots offer. If the Patriots come in
Yeah.
with some crazy offer and T's like, man,
I mean, T
You know.
has had a history of saying he's not happy with the current situation.
yeah, but I haven't heard much this year.
In the beginning of the year, I heard it. But
Yeah, it was
during
a
the year,
lot
maybe.
right.
During the year,
but-
he was playing well. He was getting targeted a lot. And then they're trying to give Chase these records, and they're just feeding him now. They're just feeding him.
Well, that one touchdown, Chase was supposed to
Yep. Go down.
step out or take a knee and let the clock run, but
Yep.
well, not step out, take a knee and let the clock run. But he was like, no.
But I'm not
He
even
said he
talking
wanted
just
to
this
score.
game. He gets
Right.
hyper targeted. He's like the first read, and they push it to him, no matter, even if he's getting double covered. And I get it, he's
okay,
great.
Eric. T. Higgins might step up eventually.
Him on the Patriots. Okay, here. Would you rather him be the 2 on the Bengals or the 1 on the Patriots?
2 on the Bengals, I think.
I
with,
think 2 on the
Joe
Bengals
Burrow.
is better.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the one on the Patriots gets like 8 points a game. Like nothing.
Yeah.
Butte.
No,
So,
not-
well, no one on the Patriots is as good as T.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So,
exactly. But
I don't
what
know.
about
They also need a running back.
Kadarius
Ramondre's
Tony?
trash.
What about Kadarius Tony?
yeah,
You
Tony
saw
got
the
let
game.
go.
You saw the game.
With what, Tony?
Yeah.
Mo,
He muffed a punt return, and
Good.
he did a taunting thing too. He got flagged for a
good.
taunting thing. Next day, kicked him.
fuck that guy. He's so bad.
It's ridiculous.
He's so bad. All right. Well, that's it for the news. We're going to try and speed run this week 14 review and get talking about the playoff because that's what matters. Regular season for fantasy's over, so let's kind of speed run this. So let's go.
The Recap Blitz.
All right. Thursday Night Football. Amazing game. So much fun. Packers lose to the Lions 31-34. Great game. Jordan Love, 12 of 20, 206 and a touchdown. He had a down game, but he ran for 23 yards. Meh. Josh Jacobs, though, however, 18 of 66. No big deal. 3 touchdowns, though.
Vulture.
Just ridiculous. Ridiculous. The passing game was non-existent except for Christian Watson, 4 for 114. Everybody else was dead that game.
Jaden Reed, 0.
Yeah, that was
Zero.
crazy.
Crazy.
Zilchums.
Made no sense.
Jordan Love looked terrible, like you said. There was one play. He had Tucker Kraft in the end zone, no one around him, and just missed him.
Yep.
And he's
Yeah.
still not throwing a lot too. He's only threw 20
No,
attempts.
he's not. 20 is
And
not. I mean,
he's
I'm
not.
not on this Jordan Love train. I'm just not.
this was not a good game for him. And the
Season hasn't
Bengals.
been that good. It's just
No.
been mediocre.
It's been on and off. The Lions' defense isn't even that good. They have
No.
3 or 4
Against the
guys.
Jets. Yeah.
So
They're injured
yeah.
too. Yeah.
But they put up a lot of points. The Lions, Jared Goff, 32 of 41, 283, 3 touchdowns, none of which went to Amon-Ra. And he did throw 1 pick. Monty, 14 of 51, 1 touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, down game, 15 for 43. I lost to Victor because Jahmyr Gibbs and Amon-Ra had bad games. It didn't really matter because it was kind of a push week for us, but
Gibbs still had a TD too. I mean, it was just the Lions. You never know who's going to go off except for the running backs. When it comes to Amon-Ra, like, he's one of the guys I feel like coming to the playoffs, you're not going to sit Amon-Ra.
No.
But someone like Juwan Jennings, if you have him, what are you going to do? Are you going to start Juwan Jennings over Amon-Ra? Right?
You have to.
Okay.
Jennings is a good play, but Amon-Ra is better.
Yeah.
You can't ignore the upside.
Laporta, down game, 554. That's actually average for him this year. It's not a down game. Jamison Williams, 5 for 80. Tim Patrick, 2 touchdowns. Vulture, unbelievable. Those 2 touchdowns are my Amon-Ra touchdowns.
I have a comment about this game real quick.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell, I love the aggression.
Cojones.
But you live by it, you die by it. He went forward on like 4 and 6 in his own territory and didn't make it. That's not going to fly later on.
He's got to be a little smarter in the playoffs.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword. And
the man's got
huge
basketballs.
But like, even like the last, they didn't need to get the first down. They could have gave the Packers 30 seconds. The Packers probably wouldn't have gotten it. But no, they go for it. Like, it's too aggressive.
It's very aggressive.
I don't
it's
like
extremely aggressive. He's got to chill. Did you see the post game though? That was funny.
What?
It was in the locker room. It was just like he was rah-rahing everybody post game, but one of his players was puking in a bucket. He just looks over at him, goes, "Yeah, you puke in that bucket. Let's go."
Yeah, he's definitely a player's
funnier
coach.
Than shit. Yeah, great game.
Yep.
This game sucked. Jaguars beat the Titans 10-6. Nobody in this game did anything except for Tony Pollard. This was awful. Mac Jones, 23 of 31, 222 interceptions. Tank Bigsby, 18 for 55 yards and a touchdown. Whoopie-doo. Travis Etienne, bust of the year, 4 for 20. Brian Thomas, 8 for 86, no touchdowns. Etienne did catch 4 balls for 50 yards. Evan Ingram, 4 for 33. Will Levis,
the bust of the year, not Etienne. Sorry, I had to say that, Jimmy. I know you're a 49ers fan.
McCaffrey.
I don't know if that's true, though, because you didn't take Debo. McCaffrey's probably, actually. But you didn't take Debo in the first round.
I wouldn't have took Etienne in the first round.
You would have taken him in the second. I was still
I wouldn't have.
In the second.
No way.
Oh, Etienne, yeah.
No. I was low on him coming in. Him coming in the year. Yes, I was.
He was.
Go back.
Low. But
Go back. Watch the tapes.
I disagreed with you, but you were low with him.
Yeah. Will Levis, 19 of 32, 168. That was awful. Awful.
He was hurt, too. He got hurt during the game, too.
He did. Tony Pollard, 21 of 102. He's the only offense they had.
The whole team.
Literally. It was so bad. Ridley.
It's such a bad game. I didn't watch it. It's such a bad game.
I couldn't. Ridley, 7 for 59.
What are the Jaguars doing? Why are they not just tanking? Like, they had first pick.
Stupid.
Like, what the
Someone's got to win. I don't know.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, the players.
Competitors got to compete. They have to compete.
But Doug Peterson is on the hot seat.
True. Very true.
Good point.
Yeah, I don't know. The Titans, I don't know what the hell that was. Maybe that's their tank. They're like, ooh, same record. Let's go.
Yep.
Maybe they're just smarter than the Jaguars.
They got to change something in the NFL. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they should. The Jets lose to the Dolphins 26-32. Tua goes down in overtime and just spanks them a little bit. The Jets had a glimmer of hope, and that went out the window. They are officially the first team knocked out of the playoff contention. Aaron Rodgers, 27-39, 339 and touchdowns. First relatively good game this year. Braylon Allen, 11 for 43. He sucks. Breece Hall was not there. So, yeah, that's just horrendous. If you started Braylon Allen, it's like, ooh, handcuff. Yeah, that didn't work out. Garrett Wilson, 7 for 114. Devonta Adams, 9 for 109 and a touchdown. That is the first time the two of them had production like that together.
Yes.
Ever. So that was good to see. Too little, too late. Maybe something next year happens. Who knows? I doubt it. Tua, 33 of 47, 331, 2 touchdowns. He has been on fire since he came back from that concussion. It's like they knocked some brains into him because he's been playing lights out. Achane, 14 of 24 for 1 touchdown. Caught 6 balls, 45 yards. Meh. Tyreek Hill, 10 for 115 and a touchdown. Finally, he's back. He's been kind of taking a break for a while, but he's back. Jalen Waddle, also 9 for 99.
Nice.
Also back. Damn, where they been?
Mhm.
But yeah, this was just the game went into overtime when it shouldn't have. The Jets should have locked it up. Dolphins go down, tie it, and then that's all she wrote.
Jonnu Smith only had his catches in the overtime.
Yep.
That's
he was
it.
a bust.
He had a big
time
old
bust this
zero
week.
before that, only one target, and then that last drive he killed it. And then I just
Yep.
wanted to bring up the running backs in New York. Isaiah Davis, he's a sneaky pickup if you can grab him.
He might be.
Hold on to him.
He
If
might
Paul
be.
misses more time and Allen still slides, if you're in a contenders situation, hold on to him. You never know how the rest of the year will
Right.
plan
You got to
out.
see what happens with Brees. That's going to be huge. That's why I don't have confidence going into Dynasty right now because of Brees. I'm scared. But I have to start him if he plays.
Yep, you have to. Start your
So.
studs.
We'll see. Luckily, I have Donnie this week, so
Yeah.
be all right.
See if he
Falcons
starts his lineup.
Falcons lose to the Vikings 21-42. Kirk Cousins is still really, really bad. Still no touchdowns this month. So what do you do there? You don't do much. He's 23 of 37, 344, 2 picks, no touchdowns. Yippee. It's awful. Bijan, 22 and 92. 1 touchdown. That's sweet.
Yep.
It's very good. Darnell Mooney, dude, what the hell? 6 for 142. No touchdowns, but with that kind of yardage, who cares? Ray, 8 for 97. Drake London, 5 for 70. Kyle Pitts, booty cheeks.
6
Bad.
targets, but not
Bad.
catchable
I don't.
passes.
He's just not.
If you
good.
watch, they weren't great passes to him. And at the same time, though, I know we think Kirk Cousins sucks, and he is sucking. No touchdowns, but he is throwing for a lot of yards and is getting spread out a lot.
Everybody but Kyle
Someone's gonna have a down game week to week.
Kyle Pitts,
Yep, that was his week.
week to week.
Next
Every
week against Las Vegas, I don't
It'll
know.
be Kyle Pitts.
I don't know.
Sam Darnold knocked me out of the playoffs in one of my leagues. 22 for 20, 22 of 28, 347, 5 touchdowns, dude. My God, what do you do as a Vikings fan, Pete?
You just ride this wave. They're not going to pay him. He will not be coming back.
He will be a starter for another team next year, I
Yes.
think.
What he's done, he built his
Yeah, he's earned himself.
resume, right? This is definitely good for him. He's going to make a lot of money somewhere. It will not be with the Vikings. But yeah, Sam Darnold's been very serviceable. Very happy with how he's played.
Yeah, I could see him going to Titans, honestly. Raiders for
Giants,
sure.
Maybe.
The Giants would be funny.
If they don't get a quarterback.
Yep. Yeah, he's earned himself a starting job, which is great because anybody drafted the Jets and then they leave and do good, I'm kind of rooting for him at this point. Aaron Jones, 13 for 73 and a touchdown. Cam Akers is really bad at football. Jordan Addison, dude, oh my God. 8 for 133 and 3 touchdowns. Outperformed Justin Jefferson, who was 7 for 132 and 2 touchdowns. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Hawkinson's the one that suffered here, 4 for 45. It was just Addison and Jefferson all day long. It was ridiculous. And they didn't let their foot off the gas, which is usually the Viking way. They scored 21 points, so half their points they scored in the fourth quarter. So,
I picked
Vikings,
up Darnold on the waiver. I was so pumped.
Oof, that's hot. All right, this was also a snooze fest of a crappy game. Saints 14, Giants 11. This sucked. This was just a bad game. Not fun to watch. Derek Carr 20 for 31, or 20 of 31, 219, a touchdown on a pick, and a sprained, broken hand and a concussion. So good for you, Derek Carr. Remember how we said Kamara was going to run
Yep.
all over the Giants?
What happened?
17 carries, 44 yards.
Crazy.
What the hell was that? Dude.
Decent defense. And pressure off.
No, because who played the Giants the week before? Do we remember? You get it really quick.
How much
'Cause
was it?
You pull it up on the spreads. It was the... Where's the Giants on here?
They torched him.
It was
wherever
Dallas, no?
It was Dallas,
Yeah.
Rico Dowdle.
It was Dallas. Yeah, and Rico torched him.
Yep.
So how does Rico torch him and Kamara not?
Rico's a
Makes
better
no
player?
sense.
No way.
Stop it. Makes no sense. So, I don't know. Kendra Miller sniped the touchdown too. MVS 451, Juwan Johnson 450 and a touchdown. It was bad.
Well,
Drew
that
Lock,
could be
21.
it too. Kendra Miller gets involved for a good amount of touches.
That saves you 10 carries, yeah, but it's not like his volume was any good. If anything, Kendra Miller's yards per carry were better. 3.2
Yeah,
versus
but-
2.6.
But 10, that's a lot.
It is a lot, but if you take that metric, you add 26 yards to his 44, it's still not good. I mean, if you give him the touchdown, it's serviceable, but it's not like we expected him to go off,
Agreed.
and he did not. Drew Lock, 21 of 49, 227, and a pick. He sucks. Carried the ball 5 times for 59 yards. Who cares? Devin Singletary is bad at football. Tracy, 16 of 45 and a touchdown. Also not good. Malik Neighbors, 5 for 79, no touchdowns. That's all she wrote. This game was awful.
Terrible game.
Moving on. Panthers, the score does not say enough about the Panthers here. The Panthers, 16, lose to the Eagles, who scored 22. But the Panthers looked really good doing it, and the Eagles looked awful
Yes.
in this game. This was atrocious for the Eagles. We'll start with the good. Bryce Young, 19 of 34, 191, a touchdown and a pick. He's actually looked a lot better. Like, I'm kind of eating my words on him a little bit right now. He's starting to look a lot better. Chuba, 26 for 92, 1 touchdown. Good to go. Bryce Young also ran 7 times for 29 yards. Adam Thielen. My God, old man, 9 for 102, and he looks young.
He does.
He looks good, man. Leggett looks bad.
What happened with the shutdown corners for the Eagles? Like, how do you let Adam Thielen do this to you?
Dude, you got these young... It's a rookie shutdown corner.
Yes.
Yes. Adam Thielen is 32?
Yeah, he's old.
Something like that?
He's something like
Like,
that.
old man's whooping the little kid's ass.
Love
Like,
Adam
what
Thielen.
happened?
Miss you.
Yeah.
Top waiver
I
wire
do.
option this week.
Adam Thielen's... Everybody loves Adam Thielen, dude. He's so good.
Nice guy.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Bryce Young starting to really like that. That's a lot to do with it. When Thielen came back is when Bryce started doing a lot better. It might be that veteran presence on the field too.
Yep. And Leggett dropped the ball in the end zone. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he should have had it. They should have won this game. And
Yep. Jalen Hurts, 14 of 21, 108, 2 touchdowns. He rushed for 59 yards and a touchdown. Like, he's safe
just push.
because of his rushing upside. His
Yeah.
passing game is trash right now.
Bad.
You know what I mean? Like, if you have him in Dynasty, if they face a team who shuts down his run, kind of nervous. It ain't
Yeah, like
good.
next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're playing the Steelers, so I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Barkley's still doing Barkley things. 20 for 124. He's going for that record. AJ Brown, 4 for 43. I'm scared.
What's happening? The Panthers' defense is just not giving
I'm
up.
hoping that's what it is.
I think it's also the Eagles getting cocky. They've been seeing how good they were. They were like heard about the $3 million bet on them or whatever it was.
I'm sure they didn't hear
I think
about
they're
that till
getting
after the
cocky.
game.
It was all over.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, Devonta Smith got a touchdown. Calcaterra got a touchdown. He's a big-time pickup this week for tight end with Goddard on IR. But AJ's, I don't know what to do here. A lot of it is expected with Saquon being as good as he's been, but, like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You're not going to sit AJ Brown.
No, you can't. But it sucks. Browns lose to the Steelers. The Steelers look... Did the Steelers look like that Giants team that made the Super Bowl run? Well, both times, honestly, but
little bit.
it's like that team no one expected to do anything, and they're just piecing games together over and over and over, man.
I expected them to be good. I didn't expect them to lead their division.
10-3. Like, oh my goodness. We'll start there. Russ Wilson, 15 of 26. 158, 2 touchdowns. Nothing crazy. He ran for 17 yards, but that's a good enough game. Like, fantasy-wise, you're not comfortable with it, but he's winning games for the Steelers. They don't give a shit. Najee, 16 for 53 and a touchdown. He looks okay. The Browns do have a really good run defense, so that's actually pretty good for that game. The pass game was kind of dead in the water here. Pickens being out is huge for them. So, got to keep an eye on that. Everybody, 3 receptions for less than 50 yards. Frymuth got the touchdown. So, we got to see what happens with Pickens. Luckily, Pete has the bye when he's out.
Pittsburgh defense played well, real good.
Yeah, they did. Jameis Winston, 24 of 41. Boy, 212, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, which is pretty standard for him.
Yep.
Yeah, that's standard for him.
I don't know what kind of week he's going to have week to week.
Nick Chubb, dude, we kind of hoped he'd come back off the injury and do something, but he may be nothing, and then next year people are going to be scared. And rightfully so, you know. So, yeah. Jerry Jeudy, 5 for 64 and a touchdown. He looks great. Njoku, 7 for 42 and a touchdown. That is good enough for tight ends this year, I tell you what.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Browns, they're playing. They're having fun. That's really all they're doing right now. They're not going anywhere this year. But Steelers are. Steelers scare me. Raiders, Tampa Bay. Raiders lose Aiden O'Connell in this game. Tampa is still doing very well. They're struggling through. They had a losing streak, but they are trying to make the push. They're in a division where they have the ability to do so. So, we'll see. They have a good chance of playoffs here. Baker, 18 of 29, 295, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. The picks scare me with him because he's always got a couple.
He had a bad game.
Yeah. Rashad White, 17 for 90 and a touchdown. Bucky.
He got hurt.
Yeah.
His back.
And he was, okay, Bucky was also hurt going into this game because his first snap was like in the second quarter. Like they didn't get him the ball really at all. So he was nursing the rib thing.
Back.
And I think that had a lot to do with this.
Yeah.
Kate Otten, 3 for 70. Mike Evans, 4 for 69. And that's all she wrote. I mean, realistically, they beat up on a Raiders team who's god-awful, so there's nothing to write home about. Aiden O'Connell, before he got hurt, 11 for 19, 104 and a pick. He sucks. Desmond Ridder sucks more. Sincere McCormick, maybe a gigantic waiver wire pickup. If you didn't get him last week, go make sure, because, my goodness, he is the guy right now for this offense. 15 for 78. No touchdowns, but Abdul is not it. We thought he would be. It ain't it. So we'll keep an eye on that. Michael Mayer, 7 for 68. Jacoby, 7 for 67. Brock Bowers, down game, 3 for 49.
Weird.
And that's about it.
Finally seeing Mayer involved, and I like that 2 tight end set.
Yeah, I just don't get the Raiders picking back-to-back years of first-round tight ends.
Yeah.
I don't either. Like, Brock Bowers is a very special guy, for sure. But, like, for your team, I don't believe in the get the best. I mean, I do to a degree get the best guy, but when you're talking like tight end,
tight ends, yeah. Oh, the best kicker, get him.
Yeah, right. It's like no. That's like reserved for the 3. Well, in actual football, linemen and shit too. But, Seahawks beat the crap out of the Cardinals, man, 30-18. I don't understand.
I do. They needed to win.
There's a stat since Warzone came out that Kyler Murray is like what, 0-3, 0-4.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense too.
That checks out. Kyler, 25-38, 259, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Not good. Dude, this is unbelievable. All right, we'll get there. James Conner, 18 for 90. Good enough. Kyler ran for 16 yards. Here we go. Trey McBride, 7 for 70. No touchdowns. Dude, this kid, and he's always right there. He's always within 10 yards. And it's just not, it's like, come on. Michael Wilson, 2 for 57. That was just a long ball. And Marv is having down games, man. 4 for 49.
Yep.
I don't know. I think is he just came in on such a high pedestal because of who his dad is and all this stuff. He's having a rookie year. He's not having a bad year. He's having a rookie year, but he just came in with all this like
hype,
glamour.
In redraft, he should have never went late first, early second.
No,
never.
No.
And he did go. So,
Gino, 24-30, 233 and a touchdown. Zach Charbonnet taking over for Kenny Walker, who was out 22 for 134 and 2 touchdowns. Charbonnet looked freaking amazing in this game.
I don't know if it's Charbonnet or that Cardinal defense. It
might be that too.
It's both. I mean, Charbonnet did look good, but that freaking Cardinals defense, man.
They're so bad.
Oh my, I can't believe it. I can't believe it's that bad.
You're so bad. JSN, 5 for 82 and a touchdown. Charbonnet also caught 7 balls for 59 yards. Let that sink in.
Yeah, it was a lot of volume. It was just mostly volume for him to show up. So great.
Much.
Touched the ball 29, 30 times.
And 29 times. But he was also, it's that, but his average carry was 6 yards. His average catch was 8. Like, he had a really good game.
But he had a long of 51 in rushing.
Yeah, which will skew that a little bit.
Yeah.
DK, 4 for 49.
Same as Marv.
Dude, panic button.
Is JSN just taking over?
I think he's. I mean,
yeah, he's the one.
I think
but DK, you still can't ignore.
I think we fall in love with DK because of his physical nature. He looks like
DK has never been in the top 10 in his career.
He doesn't.
But he's been. Are you sure about that?
Look it up. He has never been in the top 10 in his career.
He's also was injured this recently.
14.
So when he came back from his injury,
yeah, he had a knee thing.
That's when he, started to come back. Yeah, he was 2020. He was top 6 and 7 in PPR and half PPR. Yeah.
And it's 1 out of the rest of them are like 15, 15, 16, 15. He's been very consistently a middle of the pack too.
Yep.
But yeah, the Cardinals are bad. The Seahawks are running away with this division, which pisses me off because they're not that good.
Not good.
They're really not. It's just
smacked.
It's so bad. All right. Let's see. This was such a good game. Bills lose to the Rams 42-44. And I tell you what, it is not because of Josh Allen. He
MVP.
Put everybody on his back and he just couldn't do it, man. The clock management was horrendous at the end of this game, and that's really a lot to do with why they didn't have a shot at a field goal here. It was bad, man. Like, so if you didn't watch, they have like a minute left. So with everything and then a kickoff and the whole thing, they would have had like 15 seconds left. But Josh Allen, McDermott probably calls a sneak. Doesn't get it. So now the clock just runs. And there goes your 15 seconds.
Oh my God.
I mean, they ran it again and then he got it. But if you watch the game, Tom Brady was like beside himself. He's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
It was awful. But he played a great game. 22 for 37, 342, 3 touchdowns, ran for 82 yards and 3 touchdowns. Kind of killed people who had James Cook. Because James Cook only carried 6 for 20. No touchdowns because Josh did it himself this game. Not good. That's the risk you take with James Cook. If Josh Allen's doing this, he usually suffers. Shakir, 5 for 106 and a touchdown. Amari Cooper. Look at that. He's back, baby. 6 for 95. You take that all day long.
A lot of targets. And then 14.
Yeah, dude, it took him long enough, but like the issue with this one was we wanted it right away because fantasy.
Yeah, of course.
The Bills are sitting there looking at it like, we got all of playoffs to get him in. Why are we gonna,
Yep.
Matt Collins 4 for 57 and a touchdown. Stafford 23 for 30, 320, 2 touchdowns. Great game. Kyron Williams, whoopie-doo, 29 or 87, 2 touchdowns. Fantastic. Blake Corum 8 for 34. So you don't got to worry about him taking Kyron's away. He's just there to give Kyron a break in between. Puka Nacua. Oh my God. 12 for 162 and a touchdown. He's Velcro.
It's crazy.
He's Velcro. He's like freaking super glue.
Yep.
Everything sticks to him. It's ridiculous.
His toe
fantastic.
Is
insane. The sideline stuff. Oh my God,
dude! It's like that much.
He still gets it.
He grazes it, and it works every time.
He's more aerodynamic with that haircut too.
That might be what it is. Well, maybe the hair is weighing him down, so his feet.
No, he got a haircut.
Quicker.
He got a haircut.
Oh yeah, dude, unreal. Cooper Kupp 5 for 92 and a touchdown, looks good, and that's really it. Tutu's not there. It's just those two, and that's all they need. They are so freaking good. Niners play them this week on Thursday, and they're going to lose because the Rams are on a tear.
I don't know how the Niners are favorites. Don't know.
Yeah.
Is it a home game?
It's a home game. They're plus 2.5. The Rams are plus.
It's a LA game.
No, it's in
San Francisco game.
San Fran, but the Rams are plus 2.5. Like, I don't get it.
I don't know.
But
that makes no sense.
And I think they are gonna play more Blake Corum. Actually, I think McVay said he was gonna play more Corum because Kyron Williams 29 carries. That's unsustainable.
Yeah, that's how you kill your running back.
Yeah, that's unsustainable.
They want to leave him for the playoffs if they get there.
I tell you what, the Niners lose this game, kiss it goodbye. I mean, you can kind of kiss it goodbye already, but if they lose this one, it's divisional. It's over.
You're still holding hope that they're.
I'm not really.
They can
There's
sneak in.
He brings back the 49ers like every game we go over.
No, they can sneak in. They're only a game and a half back.
If the Niners make it, and they have a higher seed than the Vikings, who are 11-2, I think the NFL needs to reevaluate the playoffs. Like the whole
that seeding
thing.
system.
Like, that's kind of crazy. But I digress.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Let's talk about it.
Niners are only 2 games back on the Seahawks right now, so they got it. All right. Speaking of which, Bears, Niners. Bears go to San Francisco, which is rough, and they just played like crap. They got shut down. 13-38. Caleb had a terrifically terrible day. 17-23, 134, 2 touchdowns.
All coming at the end, right?
Right, garbage time touchdowns.
Yeah.
Swift got shut off, 14 for 38. DJ Moore, 6 for 49. Rome, 4 for 42. He caught the touchdowns. There wasn't no offense.
No.
Period. Brock Purdy had a really good game. 20-25, 325, 2 touchdowns. That will do. Isaac Guerrero, 15-78, 2 touchdowns before he got hurt. Patrick Taylor comes in, 7 for 25 and a touchdown. So, once again, running backs, it doesn't matter who you are, just work on this team.
If only he was healthy. Oh, that bye would have been mine. That bye would have been mine.
It's okay, Eric.
Just eating popcorn over here.
George Kittle, 6 for 151. I love it. Juwan Jennings, 7 for 92 touchdowns. Debo is going to be traded in the offseason because, my goodness, he's 28, so he's getting up there, but that's not an excuse. He just is no good. Especially when you got a guy like Jennings going off who is right now free for the 49ers. So, Chargers, Chiefs. Chargers lose to the Chiefs 17-19. How many times can the Chiefs do this? They haven't covered the spread in 7 weeks.
Every week. They can do it every week. This is what they do.
It's just like stupid at this point. Like, people hate them. Like,
yeah, they're becoming the most hated team.
They are, and it's not because of like personnel. Well, I mean, partially it is, but a lot of it is they're winning so many games that they shouldn't be.
Yep.
Like over and over and over. The Chargers had a real shot at this one. Justin Herbert, 21 of 30 for 213 and a touchdown. Gus Edwards is terrible. Dude, this team needs JK, and they're not getting him back, and it sucks because Gus was 10 for 36 and a touchdown. He's bad. He's really bad.
Check out
Josh, it's got to be somebody because it ain't Gus Edwards. Josh Palmer, 6 for 78. Stone Smart got involved immediately, 3 for 54, so that might be a big-time waiver if you had. Disley, huge, 5 for 48 and a touchdown.
Guess he's out of the doghouse. 7
I guess. Mahomes, 24 of 37, 210 and a touchdown. Whoop-hoo. He ran for 17 yards. Pacheco starting to get the volume back, 14 for 55. Travis Kelce sucks, 5 for 45. Xavier Worthy sucks, 5 for 41. D-Hop, not good either, 4 for 32 and a touchdown. The fact that the fact that this game, the Chiefs always wind up with the ball in the 2-minute drill. They make it down the field, and there was a lot of calls. There's a video. Go watch it. Sure, it's easy to find where there's a holding, there's a block in the back, there's tripping, there's whatever. Fine. The refs didn't see it. Cool. It happens. Whatever. Please just make the field goal straight down the middle then. Don't doink it off the upright and have it doink in just to insult all of us.
Jimmy,
Every game.
Dude, just sink the damn thing then. If you're going to win, just win. Don't do
the black magic.
The fact that it doinked in is just so much worse.
It's a Taylor Swift effect.
Think she's psychic?
She's something. There's something going on there.
I
All the
can't
conspiracy
deal with it.
theorists. Oh, also,
Anyway.
with the receivers in, Los Angeles, McConkey was out. So I don't know if QJ got, out of the doghouse or if it was just the available targets.
I mean,
but
it definitely has a lot
back,
to do with McConkey being out.
Yeah, but when he comes back, I'm not sure who's going to be the next man up, Palmer or Johnson.
I would assume
I think
huge.
Palmer, but Palmer, like before, like last year and the years before, when Keenan Allen was hurt, Mike Williams were hurt, Palmer's the one who stepped up.
Right.
I think Herbert has faith in him when his number one guy's hurt, so he's not a bad idea to keep an eye out for too.
Yeah, both of them are worth bench spots. All right. Monday Night Football turned into a pretty decent game because both teams don't know how to play defense, really. Bengals beat the Cowboys 27-20. They actually kind of sort of keep their playoff hopes alive a little bit. I mean, realistically, no, but it could happen if they go on a run. Joe Burrow, 33 of 44, 369, 3 touchdowns and a pick. He almost got me into the playoffs. I needed like 5 more from him. Chase Brown, 14 of 58, not great. Jamar Chase ran 1 ball for 14 yards. He caught 14 for 177 and 2 touchdowns. Jamar Chase had a game.
18 targets.
Unbelievable. Chase Brown also caught 6 balls for 65 yards and a touchdown. Oy. Yoshi Vaz, 4 for 41. Where is T. Higgins, Eric?
Where's T?
5
Where'd he go?
targets, 2 receptions, 23 yards.
Oh,
He was targeted in the end zone, but Burrow overthrew him, and it was not like Burrow, but it was kind of sad.
Well, we'll see. Cooper Rush, 16 of 31, 183, 2 touchdowns and a pick. He actually is playing kind of okay for a backup. I mean, Cooper Rush is one of the better backups in the league, so he's doing okay. Rico, 18. No. Oh. Rico, 18 for 131. He finally owns this backfield. It took the freaking all year to figure that out, but
We
there
knew
you
it.
go.
Me and Jimmy knew it.
I've been saying it all year, dude.
You said in preseason.
Yeah. CD, 6 for 93 and a touchdown. Jake Ferguson, what the hell happened there? He's back. Everyone's like, yeah, play Ferguson. 3 for 32.
Rust.
No
He's shaking
good.
off the rust. He'll be better next week.
I mean, he was super rust. So, yeah, Bengals win, Cowboys lose. That's my favorite sentence ever.
Did you watch this end of this game?
I think I fell asleep.
So, the Bengals were pinned back in their own end zone kind of area. They had to punt the ball.
Yep.
Right? This was like, it was tied 20-20.
Okay.
So, they punt the ball. The Cowboys blocked the kick. So, the kick went maybe like to the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yep.
Cowboys player touches it, drops it, Bengals recover, and the rest is history.
Oh, is that the Jamar Chase shot after that, or was that different?
I think it was that drive. Yeah, that was.
I thought it was
that drive.
Because that's the one they were like, why didn't you just take the knee and let the clock run down and just win it that way? Which that makes no sense
drive.
either.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
He said he wanted to score, but that Cowboys player is probably like in just in depression mode right now. Just don't touch it. Just don't touch it.
Literally let it go.
Don't touch it.
Did you see how mad Parsons was? Parsons was
Parsons
pissed.
Rightfully
Yep.
so. I'd be pissed too.
Yep.
So yeah, that's how it ended. I had the Bengals money line. I made a bet at the cabin because the Cowboys went up by 7. It was a pick'em. I'm like, oh, give me the Bengals. Got lucky.
Nice. All right. Well, that's everything for week 14. Now we can get into getting you guys ready for the playoffs. Petey's picks first, because that's always a good time. Good break in between. This is also going to be really funny because this week was the most ridiculous thing ever.
That's bad.
So we're going to get into Petey's picks for a little bit of comic relief here. And then we'll get into the 15, getting you guys ready for the playoffs. But Petey, take it away.
Over-unders and bets of the week.
Yep. All right, D-Gens. I had my worst week yet. I go 1-4. I went negative. You guys are all probably wondering what's my punishment, and here it is. So I got a pickle, right? No big deal. Pickles are good, right? I got toothpaste.
What the fuck?
He's treating himself. He's got a pickle involved.
You sure about that? You're not eating that.
It's not sticking. And that's good enough, right? Yeah.
Wait, are you allowed to swallow toothpaste?
You're not going to eat that.
Stick, dude. Hold on. There we go. So, I repent for my sins. I'm so sorry.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
What flavor toothpaste? Spearmint? This is a bad idea.
What's happening?
Do we need to cut?
Iron stomach.
Oh, it was a decoy pickle with blue icing on it. I know. He switched it out when it was out of frame.
Don't do that. My body's very confused. All right.
Oh my God.
I'm minty and I'm vinegary and I'm raring to go.
Don't need to brush your teeth.
Yeah, it's a terrible combination. Don't do it. All right. First game, recap of last week. We got the Packers at Lions. we took Lions minus 3.5. They end up winning by 3. This is my promise to you. I'm never taking minus 3.5 ever again because I always get screwed by the hook. I cannot tell you how many times I lost by the hook. So yeah, that's an L. Next L, I lost my house, I lost my kids, I lost my mortgage. I took the Saints minus 4.5 at the Giants. Giants get a meaningless touchdown. So the Saints only win by 3, 14-11. Another L. Panthers won't die. Panthers at Eagles, we took Eagles minus 12. I hate big favorites, but I felt it in my loins, and Eagles let me down. 16-22. They win, but don't cover. Another kick to the nuts right there. Not good. Seahawks at Cardinals. I took Cardinals minus 2.5. I thought they were a better team. Kyler Murray has let me down. I will never forget this. They lose 30-18. At this point, I'm in shambles. I lost 4 in a row. I was like, if I go 0-5, something bad has to happen. Thank you, Chargers. Thank you, Jim Harbaugh, for coming through. I got Chargers plus 4 at Chiefs. I thought they'd win outright, and they probably should have won outright. But they lose 17-19, so we cover that. We go 1-4 for the week. Not what I want. Our season record is still positive, 23-21, but we're not comfortable. And I'm going to turn it around this week. Let's go with my Week 15 picks. First pick, we got Commanders minus 7 at Saints. So the Commanders, right? They're fresh off the bye. The Saints have Jake Hayner starting, probably over Carr. And Carr against the Giants looked bad. I cannot imagine how bad this team's going to be with Jake Hayner. I don't know if you see this guy's pictures. Like, he had like a photo shoot, and he was like doing like GQ things. This guy's going to get beat up by the Commanders. Commanders are fresh. They're in the hunt, right, for a good NFC wildcard spot. So the rushing offense, right? The rushing offense of the Commanders are top 5 versus the 25th ranked rushing defense of the Saints. I think that B-Rob's going to have a great game. They will definitely cover the 7. Fun fact, the Saints have failed to cover the last 7 out of 9 games, and I felt that pain last week. So Saints are in a tailspin. Kamara can't carry the team. Jake Haener is nowhere near as good as Carr. I can't believe it's 7. Give me the Commanders -7. They win easy.
Mm-hmm.
Next game. I'm going against the grain because everyone... The Chiefs haven't covered in 7 games, but I am taking the fraudulent Chiefs -4 at the Browns. I've seen enough of Jameis Winston. I know what he is. I know what he was. The feel-good story, it's still there, but it's kind of, dying off for me. He will struggle against a great Kansas City defense. The Chiefs have a hard time covering, but 4 points, it's not enough. The Browns are officially eliminated from the playoffs. They have nothing to play for, and the Chiefs are playing for that first-round bye. The Bills are right behind them. They want to secure this bye at all costs. So, the Browns' run game with Nick Chubb is ranked 30th in the NFL. The Chiefs' run defense is ranked 3rd. It's a blatant mismatch. And Jameis Winston's going to start chucking the ball. And we know what happens when he chucks the ball. Pick sixes, maybe even 2. So, yeah, it's 4 doesn't seem right to me. And I know the Chiefs have been barely beating people, but the Browns are giving up. I think they're giving up. So, give me the Chiefs -4 here. Next pick. Again, another controversial pick. Steelers +5 at Eagles. I'm taking the Steel Curtain. I'm taking Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin, as an underdog, has been prolific. He usually wins these games. And I know, George Pickens is out, yada, yada, yada. Mike Tomlin will scheme against that. He is, like we say it every week, 1 of 1. Love Mike Tomlin. Steelers defense will slow down Saquon Barkley. It will make Jalen Hurts throw, which he hasn't had to do this year. I think it will put more pressure on Hurts, and he will not perform. Fun fact, the Steelers have covered the last 6 road games against NFC opponents. The NFC is not as good as the AFC. Not even close. So give me the better coach. Give me a solid defense. Give me the Steelers +5. That's too many points. All right. Everyone who knows me knows I don't like Josh Allen as a quarterback. This year, I'm eating my words. He looks great. I think if every year was like this year for him, I would think he's one of the best quarterbacks of all time. He is playing at an elite level. So I'm taking the Bills +2.5 at the Lions. Josh Allen is the MVP favorite here. Right? He's way better than Jared Goff. The Bills have to win. They want to secure that bye. They're fighting with the Chiefs for that bye. Like we saw in the last game, Dan Campbell's a little too aggressive for my liking. You can get away with it with teams. The Packers are a good team, but Matt LaFleur, I don't think he's that good of a coach, to be honest with you. You cannot pull this with the Bills and Josh Allen. They will make you pay. You cannot go for it in your own territory here. And Dan Campbell is a creature of habit. He will do this, and it will be a big, big mistake. The Bills' offensive line is the best offensive line in the NFL right now, statistically. So I think they hold up against that Lions D-front. Lions are still kind of banged up. I know they're getting healthier, but I'm not sold on it. Give me the Bills +2.5 at the Lions. Last pick, and I think I'm going to say my favorite pick. And again, it's controversial. It's going against the grain, but that's what I do. I'm taking the Falcons -4.5 at the Raiders. Falcons are in panic mode. They're still in the the playoff run because the NFC South is pretty bad. Falcons are in panic mode. Kirk Cousins is hearing the birds start chirping at him. Penix is right behind him. Kirk Cousins needs to bounce back, and this is the best situation for him to bounce back in. It's a Monday night game. I know Kirk Cousins doesn't play that great on Monday night, but he's playing for his job. He's playing for his family, his reputation, everything. The Raiders, we have I forgot his name. I can't believe it.
Aiden O'Connell.
Aiden.
No, hit the backup. Desmond Ridder. Desmond Ridder is not it. Falcons' defense is not that bad, even though we saw them get torched last week. They're still not that bad of a defense. I think Kirk Cousins has a nice bounce-back game here. So, fun fact, the Raiders have lost the last 9 games. Antonio Pierce has checked out. I don't know what happened, but he is just not in it anymore, which is sad to say. I liked him coming into the year, but this is a perfect bounce-back game for Kirk Cousins, and 4.5 is too little. So, guys, I'm still recovering from that pickle toothpaste scenario. Let's go through the games one at a time. First game, we got Commanders -7 at Saints. What do we think? Hey.
Yeah, I'm taking the Commanders, and it's not close. I'm with Eric. All they have on the Saints side of the ball is Kamara, and you can't do anything about that. So,
you got to look at the picture of Jake Haener. It's horrendous.
And they're off that
He's
bye.
So bad.
They're fresh. They need to, keep
they're making
the train
a push.
rolling into the push. Yep. They need to come strong into right after the bye.
Yeah, the Saints are out, and the Saints know they're out. They've had too many injuries to compete this year. Olave, Shaheed.
Chance of making it.
It's done. So, yeah, this is pretty much a lock for me.
They scored 14 points against the Giants this week.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I like the Commanders here. And they kind of go for your throat sometimes. There was one game they blew out someone 38 to something. So, yeah, I think the Commanders are primed for a good game here.
Mm-hmm.
Next game, a little more controversial. I know Jimmy probably hates it, and it's okay. I get it. Trust me. I'm kind of with you on the fraudulent Chiefs, but 4 is too little. I took Chiefs -4 at Browns. Let's hear it.
Right.
It's too little.
It's not even just that. The Browns are not great.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
they're eliminated.
They're out. The Chiefs are trying to get the one. This is just not the matchup.
Nick Chubb ain't doing it. He won't do it against this Chiefs team.
Yeah. They're not going to be able to do it in the air. They're not going to be able to do it on the ground as the Browns. It's supposed to be raining over there, I believe. And I just have more faith in the black magic of Patrick Mahomes. Especially as we get closer to playoff season, Patrick Mahomes plays better historically.
He starts sacrificing more babies.
Yes. So I think, like you said, it's such a small margin for the Chiefs. I mean, yeah, the Chargers did it, but Chargers are a completely different team than the Browns.
Yeah.
Completely different team than the Browns. I think the Chiefs take this.
Right. I think it'll be more than 4.
Yeah. I think it'll be maybe 7. I think
6.
7.
It's not going to be a blowout. They don't blow anybody out.
No, they don't.
But it should be more than 4.
It's also a coaching mismatch. We have Andy Reid, who's, how he is. And the Browns have Kevin Stefanski, who I've never liked personally. He was a Vikings offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
It's just a mismatch. I think Stefanski's on his way out. I think this is it.
Probably.
I think this is it.
I think he dies on the Deshaun Watson sword.
Yeah.
It's just the funny thing about the Chiefs, I just realized, I love Andy Reid. I hate the Chiefs.
Yep.
But I love Andy Reid, dude.
Mm-hmm.
If I hear Rumble-Rooski or whatever one more time, I'm going to lose it.
Rooski.
Yeah, I love Andy. It's too bad that he has Patrick Mahomes on his team.
Yeah.
But I think we are very unified with the population here. I think everyone thinks the same thing we're thinking. Like, oh, come on. And people are getting tired of the back-to-back.
I'd be less annoyed if they were actually winning games, like, outright.
Yeah.
But they're not. And they're getting praised like they are. And that's what's driving me nuts. You got Chris Collins where it's like,
oh my God.
Here's a guy.
Here's a guy.
It's a totally different game altogether. It's like, this reminds me of Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I hate it.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's so bad. So, yeah, I think we're all good with that. So, actually, we're all in unison so far, which is pretty nice.
Yep.
Next game, this one might cause a little stir. Steelers +5 at Eagles. Let's hear it.
You want me to start?
So you're taking the Steelers?
+5, yeah, I gotta take them. I gotta.
So,
God.
This is the way I look at it. Not only is Jamar Chase chasing records, Saquon Barkley is chasing records as well.
Sure.
So I feel like they're going to attack Saquon and use him a lot against the Steelers. And yes, the Steelers defense is great. However, they also like you said, have not been passing the ball a lot. A.J. Brown and Devontae do not seem happy. I heard something like that they were talking and they need more targets. I think if they attack them on the ground and in the air efficiently, I think the Eagles will cover the -5 spread. I do think the Steelers, I mean, they're a great defense, and I get the Mike Tomlin effect, but you see what the Browns can put up against the Steelers the first time they met compared to this time. They might have just figured them out. The Eagles are a different team than the Browns. I think the Eagles will come in there, realize that, they might have took their foot off the gas last week against the Carolina Panthers and really try to push it. So I'm taking the Eagles this time. But it is close with the -5.
Yeah. If the Eagles didn't just play the way they did against the Panthers, this would be significantly more one-sided, I think. But they just played like crap against a worse team. So I'm kind of siding Steelers side. It's just rough. I think it's more on the Steelers defense than anything. Do you know what I mean? Like the Eagles offense is going to produce to a degree.
The Eagles defense might produce as well.
Right, but it's also Pickens is out. Ugh. Damn, Pickens being out is hard.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Is Calvin Austin back? Do we know?
I don't know yet. I can look it up.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, this one's really hard for me. Like, this is actually probably the hardest one of the week for sure.
Definitely.
So the next one, we got
I'll
Bills
get back to you.
+2.5 at the Lions. I'm just
They can win it.
Quarterback.
I think I got to take the Bills.
I take the Bills too. I think they're getting +2.5. They can still win. Yes, the Lions are an aggressive team, but the Bills defense is not a pushover defense. The Bills offense is definitely steamrolling, and you can see that. Lions offense is good, but I think the Bills is they're a more well-rounded team.
Yeah, they both have extraordinarily high octane offenses. The Lions defense is just hurting right now, and I think they're going to be hurting until the actual playoffs, not the fantasy playoffs.
Yeah.
So I think the Bills are just going to come back and hit this one.
I think they might win outright. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So my last game, I love this one. I just love it. I know I shouldn't, but I've been a bad boy. Falcons -4.5 at Raiders. Give me the Atlanta Falcons desperation mode. Kirk Cousins is on the chopping block. Raiders have Desmond Ridder. What do we think?
Yeah, this to me is easy.
Mm-hmm.
This is extremely easy for me. Falcons are playing like crap, but they have a complete team. The Raiders are playing like crap, but they don't have anybody.
And the Falcons, to their credit, the Vikings weren't destroying them the entire game. It was at the end they kind of blew them out.
Mm-hmm.
The Vikings defense is not the Raiders defense.
Exactly.
No.
So,
exactly.
Yeah.
The Falcons are I think they're gonna actually maybe even torch them. I think you're gonna have a lot of the one thing. All right. London needs more than 12 targets. He needs to just be fed. Pitts is going to be great this game, I feel like. Bijan's going to be running all over them. I think,
Algier.
You're going to have an interception. You're going to have an interception from Kirky, but it's prime time. So you're going to have his interception.
Touchdown streak.
But I think he's going to break his touchdown streak. I think he's going to throw one to Pitts in the end zone. We'll see how it goes. But I do have faith in the Falcons. I do.
Yeah.
Especially against a beat-up Raiders team. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I think we agree with everything besides Eric's taking the Eagles, I think.
The Eagles one is rough. The Bills, the rest of them I think are easy. The Eagles one is a little bit rough. Those are two very good teams. That's why.
Awesome. So I look forward to bouncing back. I never want to do that again. That was still tasting the pickly freshness in my mouth. So that's all I got.
Pickle flavor toothpaste is not the way. Oh, man. All right, Eric, are you ready to get through some waivers? Get everybody prepared. First week of playoffs for fantasy. These waivers could make your life or break your heart. So, Eric, jumping in, baby.
Weekly picks.
Well, welcome to the playoffs, those who made it. Welcome to last place defending those who didn't. However, before we even get into things, pay attention to your league. Pay attention to your opponent. If you see the other team needs something that you might have space for, grab it. Don't do an ad drop, but grab the players. Play a good defense. That's all. Defense is the best offense is a good defense. So let's get into it. Let's start with the quarterbacks. There's only one quarterback that I really feel comfortable picking up off the waiver. It's Anthony Richardson. Surprise, he's back. I think with his rushing upside, he's gonna have a lot of potential in these matchups. But I'm not gonna. I'll get more into details when it comes to the matchup. So Anthony Richardson's pickup, Jameis Winston, Rodgers, Young's playing on fire, and then after that, I wouldn't really touch anybody else. Cooper Rush is playing well. I think he's going against Carolina, but I mean, I'm just not going to touch them. If you're desperate, sure, go ahead. Superflex. Jake Haener, Ritter, Mason Rudolph. If Will Levis is out, but this is Superflex if you're desperate. I wouldn't touch them personally. However, we're talking to the people, right? So the people want to know. You said so much about Isaac Guerendo last week. What the hell happened? Well, he played great. All right, so let's jump into the running backs. You want to get your handcuffs still getting into the playoff season. But the number one waiver priority is definitely Patrick Taylor. He saw the most work after Guerendo went down. Guerendo has a sprain, so sprains usually are about 1 to 3 weeks. They might miss. If it's a low-grade sprain, if it's not too bad, maybe he only sits out this week. So if you have a bye week, congratulations. If you don't have a bye week, yeah, well, we're all in trouble. So another one that you want to pick up is Sincere McCormick on the Raiders, because you see what he does. He's sincerely doing great. Tank Bigsby. I know. Jacksonville Jaguars, they're still alive with the running backs? Not ETN, but Tank Bigsby I'd grab. And then I'd grab, one of the Denver backups if you need, like Jaleel McLaughlin. I don't trust them personally. I'd actually take Isaiah Davis over him because I like how he was used more than Braylon Allen, or about the same. And Jerome Ford. If someone dropped Jerome Ford, grab Jerome Ford, because you see how Nick Chubb's been playing. He's not giving anyone a Chubb this week. All right, now Kamani Vidal is another one that you might want to keep an eye on, with Gus Edwards slipping a little bit as well. But again, these are, if you're in the playoffs, look at what you need and look at the fab accordingly. Spend wisely. I think jumping into the wide receivers, we'll go over them, but the number one priority for me and most people is the running back, Patrick Taylor. However, I think waivers, if your waivers are on Tuesday night, it's a little tricky because you don't know how Guerendo's going to be Wednesday and Thursday. So don't spend a lot of fab on some of these players because you still have the rest of the playoffs to use some fab. If everyone just drains all their fab, you might, have a leg up on some people. So let's go into the wide receivers. You have Adam Thielen. He is on fire. I mean, look at how Bryce Young's been playing. You can't ignore it. He's probably my next favorite pickup next to Patrick Taylor this week. Some people might even say that he's the best. And then, other wide receivers, the Chargers guys, Josh Palmer, Quentin Johnston, if someone drops them. If someone dropped any of the Colts guys, like Josh Downs, that was the dumbest thing you could have done. I'd grab him. Any of the Packers, Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, because of his concussion, he might be coming back. These are, high-octane offenses you want to hold on to on your bench, especially if you're heading into playoffs. I would even touch, Roma Dunze, I have him on my bench, but he might still be out there for others. I know Kevin, I think, just dropped Cedric Tillman, or somebody in our league just dropped Cedric Tillman. He's a Browns player, but, the Browns have been slinging it with Winston still. We all saw what happened with Ray McLeod this week, how Kirk Cousins has been spreading out that ball. Brandon Cooks got a little bit more involved, and the Cowboys. But the last one I wanted to mention too was who was the guy? Jalen McMillan. He scored 2 touchdowns. So the 2 touchdowns, getting a little bit more involved in the Bucs. Cade Otton is still, my favorite player on the Bucs if someone drops him, which is not going to happen. But keep an eye out on him. Cade Otton's a perfect segue into the tight ends. Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry has been a monster for Drake May. He hasn't been playing lights out, but he's been targeted a lot. Kincaid, he might be coming back. And then I still like Fergie. I don't know, I might have jinxed him that one week and he got hurt, but I still like Fergie. He had a rusty game this past week. So I still would pick him up. The Eagles guy, what's his name? What did we say? Grant something?
Calcaterra.
And then Calcaterra, that's it. Schultz, if he's still out there, I'd grab him. Anyone for the injury, if you're desperate, grab it. Especially if you're in a tight end premium, like the Chargers guy, Stone Smart, I believe. Yes.
Yep.
Stone Smart. And then one of the best ones, I think, though, is Juwan Johnson. P said it last week. When it comes to Alvin Kamara and Taysom Hill getting hurt, well, they were the whole offense. That's what we thought, right? And then when Taysom Hill went down, Juwan Johnson stepped up into place. So those are those waiver pickups. When you go into the defenses, I think the best defense this week probably will be Baltimore against the Giants. But I doubt they're on your waivers. Sucks to suck. Commanders at the Saints are pretty good. The Packers, Falcons, even the Cowboys of Carolina. But with the way Bryce Young's playing, I'm not too confident on that. When it comes to kickers, Fairbairn on Houston. Will Reichard on Minnesota. Justin Tucker, if he's out there. Someone dropped him because they've been seeing as he's been sliding. He's still Justin Tucker. He still probably has it in him, especially during the push for the playoffs. Will Lutz, but those are kickers. Let's not spend fab on them. Let's pick them up when things clear and look at things moving on. So, top ones personally, Patrick Taylor or Adam Thielen, interchangeable. And then if you need the quarterback, Anthony Richardson. Good luck. Be wise. I hope you all have buys so you don't have to worry about this. But we're all still sweating here. And good luck, guys.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, really not much else to touch on there.
I got one.
What you got?
Tell me.
If Dalton Kincaid is out again, which he might be, Mac Hollins.
Yeah.
Every time I see this dude, he's getting a touchdown.
What about Deion Coleman? What would you rather do? He might be coming back.
I still like Mac Hollins. Every time I see Mac Hollins in pregame, he's always walking barefoot, and I'm not kidding.
I always put him on the TV.
Every time I see him walking barefoot, he gets a touchdown.
It's true.
They put him on the TV for that.
Look at last couple of games, right? Week 9, 11 points. Week 10, 10 points. Week 11, 3 points.
But he's touchdown dependent.
Week 13, 7.2. The Rams, week 14, 13.7. He's touchdown dependent. They're playing the Lions, who have a bad, they're bad against wide receivers.
But a really good offense, so the points are going to have to go up.
It should be a high-octane game. So you got to do this research. Mac Hollins is it. He's him.
Could be.
I might throw some money on that one. Juwan Johnson got a touchdown last week, and I put $10 on that, paid out like $40.
There you go.
Crazy.
No, my top 5 is like Thielen, Huge, McCormick, probably Braylon Allen, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Because Brees is whatever. Patrick Taylor for sure. Yeah.
I think next year we need to have waivers Wednesday in some of the leagues. Wednesday night. We do in Dynasty, I believe, right?
What do you mean?
We'll talk later.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, go pick them up. Did you say Jets for defense? Jets defense against Jaguars is probably a good pickup too.
That's true.
Cardinals against New England.
But look in the weeks out too. Like, you
Yeah.
You have these weeks out. You want to make sure that they're comfortable.
100%. Make sure, like, if you have a bye right now, don't sleep this week. Go see who you can kind of guess who you're going to play the week after that, and then go see what defenses and stuff. You can play that right now. Yep. So work on that while everybody else is busy trying to fight each other. Yep. So, all right, cool. Then that's it for waivers. Let's just jump right into the Week 15 preview. First week of the fantasy football playoffs. And a lot of us are going to hate each other by next week. So let's jump in and let's see what we got.
Matchups of the week.
All right. Thursday. Rams, Niners. Niners -2.5. You guys are both taking the Rams. I'm taking the 49ers because fuck it. That's where I'm at. I want to see something happen. If they lose this game, then I'm done. Like, this is my
Didn't you say that last
point
week?
for the season. Yeah, and they won. So let's do it again. Why not?
It's anyone's game, honestly.
We'll see. So I'll just take the other side of it.
You see how Puka plays.
That's the thing. Is Puka's going to get his? It's more...
Bosa.
Well, that's huge. If they can shut down Kyron, though, which they do
Corum.
good against the run still, so we'll see. The Niners also pretty well own the Rams. They've won like 9 of the last 10 against the Rams, so we'll see. So I'm taking the Niners. You guys take the Rams. Rams side of the ball, we are starting all of our guys. Right? You still start Kyron. I don't care who it is. Cooper, Puka,
Stafford.
Stafford's flexible.
Yeah.
Like, if you need a stream this week, which you shouldn't, but if you do, or something happened, injury, I don't know. Worth possibly. Niners side, Purdy and Stafford are very close to me. So again, it's like, if you need to, you can. I mean, you should be better than that. Like, you should be, if you made the playoffs, you should be better off than those two guys. Kittle, 100,000,000,000%. Jennings, yes, and a half.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, you can flex the running back. I'm kind of out on Debo.
I think
like, there's no
running
flex.
back desperation. In my
Yeah, and Debo, there's no reason to start him unless there's just not. He's
What a
not
fall
even.
off.
You wouldn't start Patrick Taylor if Garendo's sitting?
It depends on where your running backs are at. If you're like a CMC owner and you've worked your way all the way down to Patrick Taylor, then yeah, you probably have to.
Who
It's rough.
would you start him over Kyron Williams? No, right?
Who?
No.
All right. Would you start
Kyron
him over
Williams?
Josh? Yeah, I'm just trying to go down in my head. That was the first running back I thought of because we're looking at the Rams
absolutely
here. Tyrone Tracy.
Who the guys playing? Oh,
Ravens.
Ravens. Tyrone Tracy.
Yeah, same.
I don't know. Nick Chubb or Ford?
Oh, so that's different. I'll start Patrick Taylor there.
Yeah. I'm starting Patrick Taylor.
Najee?
Nah,
Najee. Not even close.
not even close.
Patrick
Any
Taylor
of the Broncos?
No, I hate the Broncos.
Patrick Taylor is like mixed in with backups almost.
No.
Like,
And he has 2 first names. You can't trust him. So.
If Garendo is out, and we find out Garendo's out, I am, torn between Patrick Taylor or Najee, but I'm starting Najee
my
because
God.
I have more
Oh, that's
faith.
crazy.
Oh
Well,
my
I mean,
God.
if you think, I would start him. I would start him over Tyrone Tracy
Oh my God.
against the
He
Ravens.
gets like a touchdown a game, like 100 yards every game.
Against the
No
Ravens.
shot. I don't care.
Doesn't matter. Garbage time
All right.
passes to him.
No. I'm like,
Had to put some
Down
banter
by-
in the blitz.
I'm down by like Justice Hill.
No,
Like, I'm
you're
down
gonna
there.
eat those words.
We'll see. All right.
I'll make a bet with you offline.
Ooh.
I have no idea what even the bet would be.
Patrick Taylor.
There you go. All right.
If Guarendo's,
Next
it
game
depends
up.
if Guarendo's out.
Oh, Jesus. All right. He's going to be out. They have till Thursday. He's going to be out. Ravens, Giants. Ravens are minus 14.5. We're all taking the Ravens because they're going to beat the crap out of the Giants, and there's no way they don't.
It's a lot of points.
If they don't cover this spread, I think the Ravens have no shot at the Super Bowl.
Did we say that last week about someone? It was the Eagles.
Yeah, and look at the Eagles. I lost so much faith in the Eagles.
I lost a lot of confidence in them.
Right? This is that same kind of game, man. If it's not a blowout, I'm like, are you going to beat the Lions or the Bills? I don't know.
Probably not.
So, yeah, we're all taking the Ravens. Big time spread, but I think they cover pretty easily on this one. You're starting Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews. I'm so scared of the wide receivers, but not against this Giants team, honestly. So
Zay? Just, yeah, Zay.
Yeah,
Bateman's
Zay,
out.
yes. Bateman, no. And Deontay's suspended. So.
Deontay, what a joke.
You can start Bateman. Go ahead, Allie. Start Bateman.
You go ahead and start Bateman. You can even start Justice Hill. Giants, I'm starting Tracy, and I'm out. I mean, neighbors maybe.
Neighbors.
But that's...
They're going to be losing. They have to play the game plan, just like they did last time.
Or not. They're trying to get a playoffs or a draft.
They can still lose by being competitive.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to. They're
Giants
going to.
versus Raiders, they're fighting for the first pick. And Giants, I saw Drew Lock. He had a touchdown run straight ahead of him. He literally went to the sideline. So.
Oh, really? Yeah, so they're selling. All right. Commanders minus 7 against the Saints at Saints. We're all taking... Oh, no. You guys are taking the Commandees. Mm-hmm. No, so am I. I typed Redskins because I'm a dick. And it just confused me a little bit. Okay, so we're all taking the Commanders.
Yep.
This isn't even close. They're going to be... The Saints have nothing. This is one of the worst backup quarterbacks I've ever seen play in my life. He's horrendous. So, yeah, it's not going to be anywhere near close. Their defense is a huge play this week, too.
Yeah.
So, Jaden, start. Terry, start. B-Rob's back, start. What else?
Washington defense?
Yes, 1,000%.
Is Noah Brown out? Do we know?
I don't know.
I'll look that up. Because if he's out, McLaurin's going to be like a nuclear play.
Yeah, he is. McLaurin's huge. Saints, you start Kamara and you run away very, very fast.
Oh, Juwan Johnson.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
It depends on your tight end situation. Juwan Johnson, yeah, but with the quarterback situation and against this Commanders team, I don't know.
Well, look, a lot of people just got hurt this week, too. Like, Dallas Goedert got hurt, right? Will Disley got hurt. If you're in those positions and Juwan Johnson's out there, snag him.
Depends on where you're at with tight end for sure. Yeah, so we're all taking the Mandy's on this one. The Saints are screwed. Chiefs, Browns. Chiefs -4. We're all taking the Chiefs because, yes, I hate them, and yes, they win games by minimal covers, but the Browns have nothing left to fight for. They're out there for fun, and the Chiefs are fighting for that number 1. So I figure they beat them by more than a field goal. That's kind of where I'm at with it.
Yep. You're right. Yep.
Yeah. So, dude, Mahomes sucks to start, but you're starting Mahomes. Kelsey really sucks to start, but you're kind of forced into it. D-Hop.
Are you starting Pacheco?
Dude, Brown's run defense is very good. But I feel like if you have Pacheco, you don't have much of a...
Low-end RB2.
Yeah.
See that?
I don't know. That's hard.
You've been holding them all year. You better play them.
Yeah, you kind of... Especially if you've been holding them all year, emotion's going to get in the way, and you're going to start them regardless.
Start your studs.
Browns.
I think you start Jameis.
You probably can get away with it, honest to God.
Because I'm versing Anthony this week, and he has Jameis and not Nico Collins, Stroud.
CJ.
And he's starting Stroud, and I don't know if that's the right call.
Ooh.
I agree with you.
Ooh.
against
gonna have to
the
throw.
There, dude, that
Yeah.
is so hard. Oh my god. Who's
Because they're
Houston's
versus the
playing Miami?
Dolphins. Yeah, they're versus the
Miami,
Dolphins.
They're good against quarterbacks.
I
Yeah.
hate every bit of that. I don't feel for Anthony, man. That's a
Jameis
terrible-
Winston throws like 40 attempts a game.
Throw
right.
2 picks.
Volume and
All he's got to
opportunity
do
equals
is
success.
complete half. Right. Yeah, and if Joe Mixon just runs all over Miami, they don't need to throw the ball.
So I told him to start Jameis Winston, but
That's crazy.
He's starting Stroud.
What Browns other than Jameis are we starting? Any?
Not Chubb.
Njoku,
Jerry
yeah.
Jeudy, and then
Jerry Jeudy and Njoku.
That's it.
And that's it. Okay. All right. Dolphins, Texans. We're all taking the Dolphins. Texans have been in a little bit of a slump, and Dolphins have been in the opposite of a slump, which is kind of funny because their season's relatively lost. They came on too little too late with the concussions to Tua and everything else. But they're balling. They're putting up a lot of points. So we're all taking the Dolphins here. You are starting every Dolphin that you usually start. You know, Tyreek, Waddle, Tua,
A-Chain.
HN. Yep.
Johnny
Johnny.
Smith,
yeah,
yeah.
I would. Texans.
Listen,
Mixon, CJ, Shore,
Collins.
I'm not sure about CJ, but Nico.
I'm not sure about CJ. Collins.
Nico, 100%.
Maybe Tank Dell. Maybe.
I'm not starting Tank Dell. I'm
Schultz.
so done
I'd
with
start
him.
Schultz. I'd start
I don't like
Schultz.
Schultz either.
No, I'm not starting Schultz.
I trust the tight end more than I do, Dell, because the Dolphins are pretty good against wide receivers. The short dump off passes, the dink and dunks that Schultz might get, might be pretty sneaky this game.
That's rough. I think I'd start Tank, but I'm not happy about it either way.
So one league I'm in, I have Schultz and Jonnu, and I'm starting Jonnu, but I'm not comfortable sitting Schultz.
No, I wouldn't.
I'm not comfortable
Sitting Schultz or starting Jonnu?
sitting
Jonnu.
Schultz. I'm starting Jonnu and sitting Schultz, but I'm not comfortable with sitting Schultz. I don't know why. I have a weird feeling in my belly.
I don't know why either.
Really? You would start Schultz over Jonnu?
I'm not. I'm
No,
starting.
I'm asking Jimmy.
No. That's what I'm saying.
No, he's
Like,
in
I don't know
agreement.
why. I don't know why you're even worried about it.
Yeah. Okay, that makes
It's
sense.
the matchup, I don't know. It's weird.
Like I would start.
You saw
I
what
would start
Jonnu did
Hunter
last week.
Henry. Huh?
You saw Jonnu last week.
Yeah. No, over Schultz though. I'd start Hunter Henry. I'd start Kate Otten, Freiermuth,
Yeah.
Evan Ingram.
No.
I don't know.
Schultz is mixed in there with the first 2 or 3 you said, but
Start Jonnu, and let bygones be bygones.
Yeah. All right. Bengals.
I have to buy anyway.
Bengals Titans. Bengals are -5. We're all taking the Bengals. The Titans couldn't even beat the Jaguars last week. They're not gonna beat the Bengals. The Bengals are a high octane offense. Their defense is trash, but the Titans offense isn't that great anyway.
Exactly what I thought.
So we're all taking the Dolphins. That's the Dolphins. The Bengals. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. Obviously, Chase Brown, Joe Burrow.
Yep, easy.
Chase Brown is on fire.
He's
Yes.
using a lot in the pass game.
Crazy.
A lot in the pass game.
Since week 9, he's not scored less than 16 points in half PPR.
Nuts.
24, 17, 16, 17, 21. Amazing.
That's sexy. Titans. Who we starting?
Pollard.
That's it.
Ridley.
Maybe.
Who's quarterback? Is Will Levis going to be there?
That is a huge.
I still think
Piece
you have
of
to
that.
start him if you need him as a flex.
If it's not Will Levis, I don't think. Ooh, Mason Rudolph.
I start him as a flex.
I'd still start him. I would. Like, but Ridley, honest to God, just because there's no other options, is right there with like DK for me this week.
No.
Honest to God, DK's been so bad.
DK's really bad.
Gross.
Neighbors.
No,
I'd
I'm
start
still-
Ridley this week. I really would. Against the Cincinnati defense, I would start Ridley.
Yeah, I'd start him. but I don't think he's in the same conversation as DK and Neighbors.
Oh, we'll see. It's because you have them both.
No, it's not. I think it's the history right now in this season. The amount of targets that Neighbors has is a lot. And Ridley's getting a lot of targets,
Jacoby?
but he's not. Has a Jacoby. Oh well, yeah. Who's the Ritter right now?
You're Ritter. But
Yep.
Jacoby's still.
I still think it'd be
Doesn't matter who it
Jacoby.
is. Jacoby gets his.
Yeah, I still think it's gonna be Jacoby.
I'm just a little high on them this week. The Bengals are just awful.
What bad defense.
Right.
True, Bengals are bad.
All right. Jets, Jags. Jets -3. We're all taking the Jets because the Jaguars have Mac Jones throwing the ball. Pretty much. I think that sums it up. So, Jets, you can start. Brees isn't going to play, so you probably got to start Braylon, Garrett Wilson, and Devontae Adams.
Or Isaiah Davis.
Aaron Rodgers, if you are that desperate, you go right the hell ahead. But
It's just one of those games where both teams don't play for anything. I hate these games.
no, it's a pointless game.
Yeah.
This is one of those. I'm not putting this on.
Next game's also pointless. So.
Yep. Jaguars, are you starting? Dude, oh my God. Brian Thomas, yes.
Tank
Evan
Bigsby.
Ingram. Tank
Evan Ingram, I don't think
Bigsby.
I'm starting.
I don't either. And Bigsby,
No.
I'm scared of.
I'd start Bigsby.
They're not Bigsby. Evan Ingram, I'm scared of.
I think Bigsby is the only play right now, and Brian Thomas.
Yeah, Brian Thomas is it, I think. So we're all taking the Jets. We'll just move on past that. Cowboys, Panthers, another pointless game. We're all taking. Oh no, me and Peter's taking the
Nope.
Panthers. Eric's taking the Cowboys. Panthers are -2.5. So Cowboys outright. Basically.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I just think Hubbard is gonna have a good game. I mean, not Hubbard. I'm sorry, Dowdle.
Rico. Yeah, Rico.
Dowdle's gonna have a good game. I mean, I do trust Hubbard a lot too.
I do too. I think Rico has a good
Maybe.
game.
For some reason, the Panthers are playing their hearts out. So
They
Yeah,
are.
I just said Hubbard, so I might have to change this to the
Yeah, change
Panthers.
it.
I think I'm changing it to the Panthers.
All right, so we're all gonna take the Panthers on this.
It's close. It's close. I think it's going to be a closer game than we think because they both want to save their coach's face.
Yeah, I think Bryce is trying to prove himself a little bit here too.
Yep. That's a big
So
thing.
Thielen.
Chuba and Thielen, and I'm pretty much out. Cowboys side of the ball, Rico and CeeDee, and I'm pretty much
And
out.
Fergie.
Maybe.
I'm not sure about Fergie.
I am.
I'm not sure.
I'll start him if I have to, but that's like, that Fergie is. Fuck. It's like Jawan Johnson or Fergie.
Oh, Juwan. Well,
Yeah, true.
Zach
Well,
Ertz.
Juwan's
who's
going
Derek
against
Carr?
Commanders.
Right.
Yeah,
that's
no,
the
I
thing.
do Fergie. I do Fergie. All right, Fergie or if it's just a flex, Fergie or Patrick Taylor.
Patrick Taylor.
Patrick Taylor.
See, I
Running
might
back.
do Fergie.
No, you're crazy.
Do it.
If
Do
Garando
it.
sits, I
Do
do
what you
Patrick
will.
Taylor.
Do what you won't.
Do it. All right, Steelers, Eagles. Me and Pete, Steelers. Eric, Eagles.
We talked about this.
We did talk about this, so we don't got to go into too much depth. I'm playing the Steelers upside right now. They're on some sort of a magical roller coaster.
Yep.
You're starting. Do you start Russ with any confidence here?
No.
Right? I don't know that I do. Not against this defense.
He's usually not a good fantasy quarterback.
Right. No, I don't know that you do that. Dude, I don't
Najee's a
even know
low-end
Najee's
RB2.
really it. Najee
Jalen
and Freiermuth.
Warren's a RB3. Fryermuth is a tight end 2, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's Najee and Freiermuth for me, I think.
Yeah.
Eagles, you're obviously AJ and Saquon.
Oh, and the
Jalen
Steelers defense. And Steelers defense.
I don't know that you're okay with that.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't know,
you're going
that's
against the Eagles. Yeah, wait the fuck. Yeah, you're going against the Eagles. What am I talking about?
Yeah. So you start your Eagles, guys. You usually start. Devonta Smith scares the crap out of me, though.
Yep. Mike
All right.
Tomlin finds a way.
He does. He does. And the Eagles almost found a way to lose last week
against
to a
Panthers.
much worse team. So,
Let's go, Eagles.
all right. Colts, Broncos. Broncos are minus 3.5. Me and Pete are taking the Broncos. Eric's taking the Colts because he's crazy.
I think I'm not crazy. All right. I think Surtain is a great defensive player.
Yes, he is.
But the Broncos defense, are they a little hurt? Last time I remember, I thought they were a little hurt.
The Colts offense is hurt mentally.
Yes, but with Richardson's rushing upside, I think he can run all over them. They put up 25 points against the Patriots defense. They put up 25 points against the Patriots defense last week.
I hate the Broncos. Have been playing lights out.
They have.
Yeah, but but like if you think about it, the Browns just put up 32 points on them.
But the Broncos still covered the spread.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the
But
thing.
I think Anthony Richardson actually is gonna step it up this game.
It's
This is the
Denver.
one game that I'm back.
It's
I don't
also in
care.
Denver.
Mile High
Okay.
Stadium. You
3.5.
think Anthony Richardson's tired running
3.5.
not in Denver?
He had to
Can you
take a
imagine him
play
running
off.
in Denver? Coach, I can't breathe.
I gotta take a day off.
Shut up.
Shut
up.
Put me out, coach.
Hate him.
That's
We'll
not how that
see.
song goes. Yeah. So, who do you start on the Colts with any confidence?
JT, I'm not confident in JT. They killed Jonathan Taylor for me.
You know why?
JT is
'Cause
such
Anthony
a talent.
Richardson.
Yeah, because he sucks.
Right. Yeah, JT scares me this week. Yeah, I mean, you're going to start him anyway. You can't not. But I think it's JT, and I'm pretty good and well out. I don't like Pittman. I don't like any of them.
Nope.
So, yeah,
Josh
unless you
Downs?
really are desperate. No.
Nope.
Broncos. I'm starting Bo Nix.
Good start.
Starting Bo Nix. Running backs
Sutton.
are still... Don't touch them.
Running backs, not touching.
Just Sutton.
Running backs you don't touch.
That's it,
Sutton you
just
touch.
Sutton.
Sutton you touch until he tells you to stop touching him.
Yeah.
Sutton's so good.
Just Sutton.
And that's probably it. All right, Bucks Chargers. Chargers minus 3. Dude, Eric is just on his own this. Me and Peter taking Chargers. Eric's
I don't
taking
want
Bucks.
to talk about this one. This one's a hard one for me.
Eric's trying to catch
All
up.
right. Eric's gonna switch to the Chargers. All right, let's go.
No, so I'm not going to switch to the Chargers. Try to convince me. Go ahead. Tell me.
And what's your reasoning for the Bucks? Other than their god awful defense.
I mean, okay, sure. They haven't been playing that great.
Hold on,
However,
let me change my thing to Chargers.
that's what I did.
I know.
I think Mike
There you
Evans,
go.
the wide receivers, they're going to step it up. I know the Chargers are good. They're really good.
They almost beat the Magical Chiefs.
I know.
It sounds like
I
you
know.
want the Chargers.
But I like Baker. I like Baker a lot. I need to get ahead in this spread thing.
Oh,
I have
there it
to
is.
pull
The
ahead.
truth shall set you
here
free.
it comes.
Justin Herbert, you play well, but not that great. All right, please.
Eric, don't do this.
It's gonna be
He's gonna
40-41.
Don't pick against your fourth favorite team. Don't do it.
So the Chargers, dude, I don't even know what you just threw me so far off. All right, Herbert, you're starting. My God, who are we starting on the
Ladd,
Chargers?
he's healthy.
Ladd is gonna be back. He'll be healthy. He plays.
He's
QJ,
not healthy.
Gus,
Huge. I'm scared of.
I like Joshua Palmer.
Palmer's the best.
He should be okay. Yeah.
And they have no running back, so I think
No, Gus is done. So yeah, there's that. But the Bucs side of the ball, Baker is okay. Bucky, I don't think you're okay with
No.
until he's fine.
Rashad White,
White.
Bucky Irving's hurt.
Chargers defense is good though, so you got to be careful here.
Yeah, but Rashad White
then,
shows what he does in the receiving game
Kadon
as
and
well.
Mike Evans, and that's
it's
it.
one of those games where
Jalen
you
McMillan.
like all the offensive people on the Buccaneers compared to the Chargers, but it's the defense. It's the,
The Bucs
scheme.
are awful.
Yeah.
They have
Their
to play
defense
hard.
is.
I can't wait for Justin Herbert to put an L right there next to your name, Eric.
So,
Whatever.
okay.
I have him in Dynasty, so if he does win, I'll be groovy. If he,
You're
but
hedging your
in
bets,
this,
huh?
We're gonna play
I'm
this
hedging,
a little
I'm
weird.
hedging.
We usually do this with players, but I want to do this here. Chargers defense. Who are you starting over the Chargers defense? Because I don't think there's that many.
Falcons.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot.
Jets.
You're going against Baker Mayfield. Am I-
Jets, Commanders.
Jets,
Ravens,
Commanders.
Jets,
Ravens.
Commanders,
Yeah, Ravens.
There's a good bit.
Chiefs.
Vikings. Okay, now let me make this easier.
Dolphins.
Who are you starting over the Tampa Bay defense? Or actually, let me make that even easier. Who are you not starting over the Tampa Bay defense? That's a smaller list.
You're confusing me.
Who is worse than Tampa Bay's defense this week? Because it's a lot smaller than who's better.
Oh,
49ers, Giants, Saints.
No, I'm starting the Niners.
Yeah, you're biased.
Bengals
I'm not.
defense.
I'd start the Niners.
Bengals,
Giants, are right.
Texans,
Cardinals defense
Titans,
sucks.
Jags, Panthers,
No. Panthers, yes.
Colts.
No.
All right.
No. It's all right. Whatever. We're not gonna convince
Bears,
them.
Raiders.
Switch, Eric. You know you
Bears, no. Raiders, yes. All right. Whatever.
Buckies. Let's go Buckies.
Bills, Lions. Lions minus 2.5. We're all taking the Bills because we pretty much talked about this. It's a good Bills defense and a very good Bills offense against a very good Lions offense and a very hurt Lions defense. That's pretty much
Bills
summing
offensive
it up.
line. If you give Josh Allen time, he'll make you pay.
Yeah, and even if they don't give him enough time, they open a hole for him to run through.
Yeah, he's just
It's-
like incredible.
It's
here.
ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
And the Lions are
MVP.
hurt. So
MVP.
definitely.
yes, it should be. Bills, start him.
Khalil Shakir.
Shakir. Yep.
Shakir, Hollins, James
I
Cook,
wouldn't
Josh
be
Allen.
confident. I wouldn't be confident starting Hollins. I'm sorry.
I like Hollins. I like
I
Hollins as wide receiver too.
Lions, same thing. Start them.
Yep. Just start him.
Your guys. You know the guys. You start the guys.
Yep.
Patriots, Cardinals. Cardinals are minus 5.5. Dude, Eric. Me and Pete are taking the Cardinals. Eric's taking the Patriots. They don't have any offense.
Drake May, Hunter Henry, Ramondre
That is it.
Stevenson.
No. Ramondre's been dog shit. Ramondre's been so bad, he's like up for bust of the year.
No, that's Christian McCaffrey and your boy Deebo Samuel. Stop reflecting. All right, stop
It's
reflecting.
not okay. First of all, that would be deflecting.
So let's go into it. So the Patriots defense got a nice defense. All right,
Stop.
That's a hell of a statement.
Stop.
they are a decent defense.
They're not.
They are,
They are.
Eric. They're not.
They are.
They're
Hold
so
on.
bad.
Hold on. Let me look it up. Keep talking.
I already
They're
got it
even.
pulled
They're a
up.
defenent
Yeah,
defense.
hold up. Right, then rattle
Do you
it
know
off.
what? You know what they're ranked right now? Defense
Here.
29th.
Decent defense. So
You gotta
I think
fact check your friends.
the Colts only put up 25
This week,
against them,
29.
and that's the Colts. Okay. I think that we're gonna have better luck as the Patriots defense against the Cardinals, who've been looking a little sloppy. They lost against the Hawks, and Jimmy and Pete were really high on them that time. So I don't know. I have a little faith in it. Have a little
Do you know their
inkling.
passing rank on the Patriots?
Oh, I know. It's like dead last.
It's 32nd. Yep.
Yeah, it's dead last.
The scoring offense. 31st.
Yeah, no, I know. It's dead last. Yeah,
So
but it's a five.
uh,
It's negative. It's minus 5.5. Okay.
is McBride
Minus
gonna
5.5.
get his this week? Is this the week?
This might be his week, but it's not going to cover.
McBride get his touchdown this week?
I give up on him. So
It's got no, but that's Patriot. You just said.
That's true. If
Worst
it's gonna
passing
happen,
defense.
it's gonna be this week. James Conner gonna blow up.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a blowout. The Cardinals are gonna wake up a little bit. I think Marv is fine, Kyler's fine, James Conner's fine, and 100% McBride. Yeah,
Yeah. Patriots, who you started?
I would
okay
even
with
start Mike
Ramondre.
Williams.
Cardinals
Or
defense
not Mike
pretty
Williams.
Mike
Patriots. I'm not
Williams,
starting
there you
anybody.
go. You
We're not
just
starting
bring him up
Ramondre?
again.
Wilson. Ramondre, you kind of have to if you have him, but if you have
That's
other
it.
options, take him.
That's
Hunter Henry.
Yes, that's no. It depends on who you have. Again,
Yes.
like
I start Hunter Henry over a lot of tight ends this week. A lot.
I'd start.
Let's see.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not huge on him. I hope you have a better option.
I do too.
Packers -3 at Seahawks. Me and Eric are taking the Pack, and Pete's taking the Seahawks.
Go ahead, defend us, Jimmy. I'm taking a break from defending.
Okay, here's my defense. The Pack just put up a hell of an effort against the Lions, and the Seahawks are not the Lions. There's my defense.
Playing in Washington's tough.
Very fair.
Seahawks are in a must-win. Packers are kind of comfy with their 9 wins.
Packers just got an L, though.
What was that?
Packers just got that L. They want to bounce back.
Seahawks are trying to win the division.
Kenny Walker's out.
Yeah,
Charbonnet looked good, though. He looked good.
Fine, but it's +3, so I'm taking the +3. Packers might win, but it won't be by much.
I just think if they're gonna win, I think it's a touchdown. That's it. Like, kind of.
I think it's
the line.
more than a field goal.
Right.
Like I said, Jordan Love, not my guy.
All right,
Josh Jacobs. Now that's a guy.
Josh Jacobs, you are
touchdowns.
starting Josh Jacobs. I don't like picking the Packers wide receivers. It sucks. But the Seahawks defense isn't really great, so you probably will be okay as long as you pick one of them. Stupid as that statement is.
Come on, Reed. Step it up. Come on, baby.
Yeah, Reed should have been there.
I need you, King.
Charbonnet is good. DK and JSN are good. I don't want to start Geno. I don't really want to start Jordan.
Okay.
And that's kind of it, I think, right?
Who the hell is Jordan?
Yeah,
Jordan Love.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm not starting
What do you mean?
You said we were rounding off
Michael
Seahawks
Jordan.
players, and he went to
Oh,
Love.
sorry. I jumped back over. I went quarterback. That's why.
I just don't. This game, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about
This
it.
game sucks.
I'd start
but
JSN. I'd start DK. Not confidently DK, but I'd start JSN confidently. And I'd start Charbonnet as a low-end RB2.
What about Tyler Lockett?
No. See, you had to get that name in. Tyler Lockett, Mike Williams.
Now it's just a game. All right, Bears Vikings. Vikings -6.5. I'm taking the Vikings.
Oh, I didn't even pick here. Oh, shit.
Eric's not taking anybody. Pete's taking the Bears. You don't think they're gonna cover that?
Nope.
Wow.
By a
Eric's
touchdown,
taking the
Pete?
Vikings.
Last week is an outlier.
You think the Bears looked like crap last week?
The Bears, Caleb
Well,
Williams
yeah.
will throw on the Vikings.
I mean, that is the thing, is they're going to be forced to throw because you can't run on the Vikings at all.
The Vikings win by 4.
All right. So, Bears, who are we confidently starting?
Not
No.
DeAndre Swift, not Caleb. DJ Moore, I'm confident.
I'm not.
I'm not starting Keenan or Rome.
I'm not
it's
confident
so
in any of
hard
them.
You're not
to
confident
gauge.
in DJ Moore against the Vikings pass defense.
No, DJ, yes.
Yeah, no,
Keenan
yeah.
and Rome,
Yeah,
I'm
Keenan
scared
Rome.
of.
If I had to pick one, it'd be Keenan.
It's
That's
dart
just-
throw. Yeah. Vikings, JJ, Addison, everyone. Hawk,
Jones.
all of them. Yep.
Darnold.
Safe play.
Safe.
All the way around. All right. Last one. Falcons -4.5 at the Raiders. We're all taking the Falcons because the Raiders suck. It's not much to really write home about, dude. You start all of your Falcons except for Kyle Pitts, and you move on.
You know what I'm doing right here? Slapping those pits. Let's go, Pitts. Let's go.
It's because he smells like Pitts.
Smells like a touchdown to me.
How many has he had this year?
Yeah, how many?
I don't know. Don't ask me hard questions like that. Let's go, Pitts.
Go check Kyle Pitts touchdowns real quick. While we go through all the Raiders you're gonna start.
Yeah, go through
I
all
will.
the Raiders.
Brock Bowers.
Yes. Sincere?
Jacoby.
Sincere.
Jacoby.
3
Jacoby's
TDs.
Sincere, maybe.
3. Eric said 3 TDs.
3. Oh my
Kyle
goodness,
Pitts.
that's so good. Wow,
Generational bust.
it's amazing. 3 touchdowns on the season.
It's 10 and 15 right now. He was
Generational bust.
Kyle Pitts or Daniel Jones as a draft pick bust.
Daniel Jones.
I mean, the contract throws it over the edge, so it's kind of.
But I think Daniel Jones, no one else thought he was going to be good besides the Giants.
Except for
whatever
Giants, yeah.
reason. Everyone thought Kyle Pitts was going to be great coming out of Florida.
Yep.
But I don't like never forget, who the hell is Daniel Jones, a white quarterback out of Duke. This dude was destined to be trash. Look at him.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. So, what else we got? That's pretty much it for this week.
That's it. We did it.
You guys ready for playoffs?
I'm ready. Body's ready.
Oh, you gotta
Heart's
buy.
in it. I'm gonna destroy people.
Sunday, I'm going to
I gotta
be
take out Donnie.
right in front of Allie while I destroy plates of pasta and comfort my soul.
Yeah.
God, I hope every single Garofalo loses this week.
That'd be great.
Oh my goodness.
Mitchell, we know you watch. Allie, I hope you're watching with
Yeah,
him.
don't watch it till
Good
the
luck,
end.
guys. But I hope you lose.
All right. Well, that's going to be it for this one. We will catch all of you next week. Hopefully, at least half of you make it back. I mean, mathematically, that's how that works. So, we'll see half of you back. The other half is going to be drinking or doing whatever you do when you lose. But hopefully, you guys have good luck and you win. And hopefully, we win. So, we're not all coming back all depressed next week and stuff. So, I guess that's it. We'll catch you next time. As always, hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll catch you later. See ya.
Bye.
Thanks for watching the Banter Blitz Podcast. Tune in next week for more nonsense.